You're probably leaving a ton of money on the table with your Amazon business, especially if you don't realize the massive impact of psychological pricing breakpoints on your profitability. Now, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, you're in for a treat with our pricing breakdown. If you like this kind of information, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and that way I'll know you want more information just like this. Also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm doing a complete series all about price. You don't want to miss any of that money-making information. If you've got a question for me as well, post it in the comments below and I'll answer it personally for you. With that being said, let's get into pricing. Now let's talk about price break points. These are one of my favorite things. Price break points. So what have we got here? Again, there are some interesting things around price that we can mess about with that have been tested and tested and tested. In actuality, the most important thing that you can test on your Amazon listing is your price. So if you're thinking, I'm only going to test one, I don't have much time to test stuff, the single most important thing is price that you should test, okay? Whether that's up or down, but definitely start going up first. And the best way of testing price is by understanding something called price break points. And what they are, it's the theory that there isn't much difference in resistance to buying something between certain prices. So you may as well push your price to a resistance point, okay? Those resistance points, let's kind of break them out for you. These are our price break resistance points. So let me just bigify them. You might want to screen grab that. So what that means is price resistance happens at certain points within pricing strategy, okay? So if you are selling something for $19.95, for instance, 1995, 1997, 1999, 1990 something, okay? Then, and you're wanting to test a price, the next price, well, rather than testing 22.50, there will be zero resistance right the way up to 24.95, okay? So it's pointless testing 22.50. You might as well just go to the resistance point, which is 24.95, okay? Somebody's just as happy to buy at 24.95 as they are at 22.50. They don't, there's no resistance between those two prices, okay? They're equally as good as far as pricing strategies go. 24.95, 24.97, 24.99, 24.90 something, okay? And so we can use that to test out all sorts of different prices. And what's interesting is there's a big resistance jump here from 49.95 to 69.95. There's zero resistance between that price. So as soon as you get, if you're going to charge $51, you may as well go immediately to $69.95. That's what that means, okay? And the difference in profitability for your bottom line is incredible, So when you're thinking about price, they are your resistance points. They're the points at which somebody feels resistance to move to the next point. There's resistance between those, okay? They go, oh, it suddenly got too expensive for me. That's what that means, okay? Is it a Fibonacci sequence of some sort? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I love Fibonacci and all that things within that. I was looking, anyway, so I won't get into that. That's a different conversation. So anyway, if you're doing any price testing, that's where you want to go. That's where you want to be. That's what I would do. Okay. All right. Let's move on from that. Let's stop share and come back and share over here. So with that in mind, we can see here, look. So remember those price breakpoints. So there is a price breakpoint, $14.99. So that's a price breakpoint. Their next price that they would test would be $19.99 in their particular situation. And here you can see $23.59. Well, there's zero resistance for them just going to $24.99. Like if somebody's charging you $23.59, in your head, there's no extra resistance up to $24.95. So they are leaving money on the table by charging that. By charging that, there's money on the table. Similarly, $5.71, there's zero resistance up to $9.95. And if you look at pricing in that way, you see all these people leaving money on the table. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. There are over 2,500 members right here in Australia. We've also got members from other countries as well, but we're mostly in Australia. We've got sales of over $50 million on Amazon here in Australia and indeed right around the world. And if you'd like to find out more about joining us and getting all the benefits of being a member of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. That link is in the description, and I will see you on the inside.